Well, we started off the 2014 year with a trip to Illinois. Played a team that we played previously with Lindenwood-Belleville. Probably one of the best games we played this year, actually. Home game, 189 to 77. And I don't know if a game plan is going to be much different from previous. It's a very tough matchup. The big difference of this game would be Belleville at one point had the second longest home game winning streak in the NAIA. They had a 25-26 game somewhere right in there, home court winning streak that was just broke right before Christmas break by Culver Stockton. So we know it's going to be a very tough place to play. They're a very tough matchup in a couple of ways. They attack the basket very well, very strong on the guards, and they're the largest, the biggest team that we play all year. Even includes the Division I Louisiana Lafayette team that we just got done playing. They'll start 2 6-7s, but they bring in 2 6-8s and a 6-9 off the bench. So for a team such as ours that is more guard-oriented, it's a very tough matchup. And I was very pleased with the first time that we played Lindenwood, that we held her on the boards and we shot the ball very well. As we head into the new year, there's a lot of different goals, a lot of things that we're trying to shift around. One of the nice things that we were able to do as a program was right before the new year, we got a chance to take a trip to Louisiana to play in the Cajun Dome. Now, I guess in my 29 and 30 years of head coaching, that was probably one of the more impressive venues that we've ever played in. It seats 12,000 people. It's an amazing structure. Of course, they hold all kinds of events there. But to also play a team at the level of the Raging Cajuns, you know, they're a 8-4 Division I team, which has 2 NBA potential draftees for next year, both as a guard and a post. Obviously, we didn't do much with them. Sean Long, the post player, I think finished up with something like 26, 28 points and 16 rebounds. But it gave our players a wonderful opportunity to play among the finest basketball players in the country and really unite and a little team bonding on the trip to get us ready for the 2014 year. I'll be totally honest, we didn't finish the 2013 the way we wanted. We dropped 2 home games with Baker and Benedictine, and I'm a very big believer that if you're going to have a chance at the conference title, you got to take care of your home court. I've never seen a conference champion not win most all their home games. So we know right now we're already in a hole in the conference, and this is our final non-conference opponent. We're not totally healthy right now. Our All-American Mel Tillman will be questionable for the game just because of his knee. It's been inflamed, and that's usually what happens when you tend to have a couple of practices a day getting yourself back up and ready. I was very pleased with Mitch Farr's performance at Louisiana. He'd been struggling the last couple of games, and good or bad, he ended up scoring our first 17 points against the Raging Cajuns. We struggled scoring, and it was nice to see Mitch get back on track with his shooting because we definitely need that for this year. I'm very optimistic about our possibilities headed into this year. We do know that we're going to have to tweak a few things, and we have, and I think everything's going very well. The attitude on our team is very good. Trying to stay warm at this time of year, but we're looking forward to, one, getting a chance to meet a few alumni on our trip. We have a group of Central alumni that's taking the team out to pregame dinner on the trip and getting to travel along with us as we go along, and that's very encouraging to see that kind of support that we have for our program. And so as we get ready to head into the new 2014 conference season, our final game with Lindenwood-Belleville coming up, a very tough matchup and one that I think that the players are preparing very hard. We'll have a good weekends of practice, and with the weather looking to be pretty good for the trip, this ought to be a game that can test us as a program. It's going to be important for us to see if we can't get that win on the road and test our ability to be able to get back into our conference race, which I think currently we have 5 teams that might hit the top 25 next week. I've never seen our conference be as strong, and talking with all the conference raters, the Harvard American Conference on the men's side anyway appears to be probably the strongest NEI conference in the country. So with that, we got a lot of work to do if we're going to get ourselves back into it, and our next test will be Lindenwood-Belleville, and we're looking forward to it.
What from the first game in Fayette can you take into the next contest coming on Monday?
From Lindenwood?
Correct.
Well, the thing that was good about the Lindenwood game the first time was we were able to throw in more zone. I'll be honest, I don't know if we can match up with Lindenwood-Belleville, as many teams are not able to on a man-to-man basis. So I thought that the thing that really helped us the first time against Lindenwood is that we were able to incorporate a little bit of the zone back into man. We threw in a little bit of press, but it was a little mixture of our different defenses that I thought maybe kind of kept them off track. I have a lot of respect for Lindenwood. They are extremely blessed with a lot of talent. The coaching staff does a phenomenal job of scouting. They had us down pretty much packed as far as what we do. But basically, if you look at the stats, we shot the ball very well. We shot a lot of free throws, and if you do those things, you're going to set yourself up for a lot of wins. And if you look at the games that we have not played well, we have not shot well, our shooting percentage has been very poor from the free throw line, and we're not getting the attempts. I think the effort obviously was good on both ends. I think Lindenwood was probably a little disappointed about not being able to connect on a lot of their shots while they're here. But as anyone will say in college basketball, the home court's crucial. I'm hoping that playing there at a time that we're playing, the student body won't be as effective, such as our final 2 home games here, and that we can kind of go there and kind of help even the odds out a little bit, just playing one-on-one without having that 6th man as far as the crowd. But Lindenwood's a very good team. They're a team that also could find themselves seeing themselves nationally picking up votes. They will be joining the Columbia College American Midwest Conference next year, which will help them gain more national exposure than being independent right now. But I think from an NAI standpoint, you won't see a roster the size of Lindenwood very often, and the coaching staff there does a remarkable job, and we're going to have our hands full, and it's something that, again, if we want to be able to put ourselves in the conference race this year, we've got to get a good start and get ourselves ready for this next week.